up, though? We back at it again. It's Detroit Debo.
I'm F and Jen.
And Relly B. And this is the Unwrapped Podcast. How y'all feeling?
Man, look.
You looking like you over there stressed a little bit.
Hey, man, I got
through a lot.
Towel on,
I got the
sweaty.
towel,
Oh
man.
my God.
I feel like,
What's
man,
going on?
I ain't even peeped the towel.
I'm going through it right now, but I'm making it, though.
No,
I'm
you
coming
said
back.
this episode 3
All right, so look,
and
man.
you turned up.
Right, I'm going to explain to y'all. So,
And this makes no sense.
when we started...
Talk to him.
Hey, when we started the podcast, man, I just made it a point. I'm like, look, you know, I'm so excited about us, you know what I'm saying, launching this. So, you know, we got a bar out in the lobby. So I'm feeling like, you know, every episode, I'm going to just take an extra shot. So the first episode, I took 1 shot. Second episode, I took 2 shots. This is our 3rd episode. I took 3. But they was double shots.
Yeah.
So I'm
6.
over here. I'm overheating, man.
Either way, episode 20, you can't do that.
Oh, no. It's
So-
over. Oh, episode 3.
Episode 5, he can't do that.
You feel me? Like, it's over. Episode 4, it's not going down.
I just
man.
want to make sure we ain't going to be on episode 80 something and you
No,
over here.
leaning like,
You gotta come back 30 minutes before.
You feel me? I'm making it though.
Podcast
I'm making it. I'm feeling
Okay.
good. I'm feeling good. But y'all gotta bear with me. If y'all see me over here fidgety and all that, just know I'm rehabilitating myself, man. So
Okay.
And let me tell y'all the B part to this, because he says that it is not a factor, but I call it bullshit. He's also, on top of taking 3 double shots, this man is wearing black sweatpants and a red shirt. You understand?
It ain't even that though, man. The
Like
black
on an
look,
81-degree day.
I walked in. He like, it's so hot.
These
I'm
are
cold.
very well insulated pants, man. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
okay,
I get very well. I get a
pants
breeze.
come with air conditioning.
I get a breeze. Air conditioning. They all air conditioning, man. But I'm making it though, so y'all don't even. I know y'all might look concerned, but I'm good.
I'm concerned. I walked in concerned.
I know. I got my water. I got my Sprite. We good. So we good. I
Top
feel.
of the 4 shots,
And then y'all
6
making me feel
shots.
better. So Ryan made me feel better. Everybody, Ed, man, come on, man. Chrome Chip Productions, everybody. You feel me? So we good, man. We got a good show for y'all today too. So
Dude, who we got coming?
we got a great show. We ain't gonna
Don't
let
tell
y'all
me
know
yet.
yet. Y'all gotta
Yeah,
stay
we gonna
tuned
give
in.
y'all that proper
Keep watching.
introduction,
Keep
you know.
watching. You feel me? And then we gonna be good, man.
It's a secret.
It's a secret.
So really, how you feeling? Like, you know what I'm saying? We talked about Devo. You know,
Yeah.
how your day going? You said you had to
I
drive all the way
haven't
for
ate.
15
I
miles.
haven't slept.
None of us.
Yeah, man.
None of us. We on some savage stuff today.
And that's another thing. I did not eat nothing.
Nothing.
And we
Oh,
just
pop
said
your
that.
shots. What's wrong with you?
He just told me.
I
We
was
standing
like-
by the bar.
So I took a shot with him, and I'm like, I ain't eating nothing, bro. I ain't take a single shot. I took a double shot, but I'm like, bro, we ain't eat shit. This is gonna be bad. And he is like, come on, man, this shot 3 pros, bro. Like, what up? You know what I'm saying? He give me the whole spiel, and eventually he talked me into it. But as you can see,
You gotta live life by the edge, man.
Not when you sick.
I
That
mean,
morning sickness about to be crucial,
Morning
but it's
sickness?
okay. Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
The shot
y'all
got
know
him
where I've
pregnant.
been.
oh yeah. Hey, hold up, dog. The morning sickness. Look, let me tell you. A gentleman, a male, can say morning sickness and it just fly over their head. But when you say it, we gonna automatically assume.
yeah, no,
we know.
It's funny though.
But what do y'all think? Like what they think? But you good.
I see how y'all
You
acting
good.
today.
You good. We in here, man.
I see how y'all acting. How was your day? What you got at?
Man, my life been crazy, bro. So I've been on vacation. You know what I'm saying, for like the last week.
But you didn't go on vacation.
I didn't go on vacation. It was a staycation, but you know what I'm saying, for real. So but it was a relaxing, little chill time. But I broke my contact. What was it, Friday? And dog,
You broke your what?
my contacts.
Oh, yeah,
so I
you
wear
did say, okay.
contacts, like to see, like and I broke one. And then fucking went to the optometrist just to find out I had scraped my eye and it had got infected. So I'm like, bruh, I ain't even got contacts right now.
And then I had to carry him. It was dramatic. It was like a movie, man. I had to carry him into the office, man, at the doctor's office.
I don't know.
And he
That
asked
is damn
me.
right.
He asked me. He was like, "Man, don't let me go out like this." It was kind of like Men's Society, man. Like when Kane got shot in the shoulder.
What I'm not gonna
But
do
with
is
his eye,
believe
man.
that.
Yeah, definitely though. You know.
I'm not gonna.
But yeah, no, I'm good though, man. It's just limited vision until tomorrow,
That's
but
cool.
straight.
Yeah, man. He
I
must.
can't see on the daily, so I'll wear my glasses. I got a vision
You gotta wear
appointment
glasses?
Thursday. I definitely do. So the thing with me is I feel like I look like a nerd.
With glasses.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So I don't wear them, and when I don't wear them for a long time, I get a migraine every day.
Why don't you hit Hutch?
Wow,
Put some
what?
ice in
Hit
the
Hutch.
thing.
Get some buffs. Some prescription buffs.
Yeah.
See, what I'm not gonna do,
Yeah.
then that's when we could talk about that rapping stuff. I'm
Oh, so now she gonna want to rap. She
rap.
yeah.
Oh, okay,
So I
yeah.
got the buffs on.
Ice
no.
We'll
Bus.
start calling. She'll be the sister to Rocky B.
She got the
Really
sticks.
be-
Right. They cousins or something.
Y'all are jokes.
Hey, shout out Rocky B.
I was gonna say, shout out my girl, but y'all are whole jokes.
Yeah,
So,
so we got what we got on the floor, man?
Man, so we gonna touch on, so how y'all feel about that put-in base situation? I feel like today we got to talk about the city reputation because
For the simple fact that I didn't know what it was at first, I had to keep asking, and people was like, I don't know what you're talking about, and I'm like, everybody said they was there. Like, what is this?
It was popping though.
So,
yeah, I thought about going.
Yeah, it was popping for sure.
I did. I'm glad I didn't.
It's a nice
I thought about it.
trip though.
Well,
like, it
that
really
post that said she's a wife and she didn't go, me. I was
Hey.
at home.
Chilling.
All the posts that said, I'm in Panama. No, I was at home. So
So let me ask you this, just from a female standpoint, like, how do you feel about females seeming to be so like into like fighting? Like females be so quick to just like, oh, pull up.
we too old.
It's almost like the
You
roles
feel
done
me?
been reversed, man.
We too
Because
old.
Yeah.
dudes will pop they talk a lot of shit on the gram and all of that, but
Yeah.
women be like, as soon as I see you, and they be scrapping. Like the
Yeah.
video I
I
saw,
think we're too old.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
High school, okay, maybe. And
Right.
see, I can't really talk because I ain't never been in a fight. For the
But-
simple fact that I have too much mouth.
So,
So I'm going to run my mouth and it's going to make you not want to try me.
Oh,
and they don't.
oh,
okay.
It's been people like, what up? And then as soon as I get to talking,
You
like,
like
come
a-
on, they ain't.
You like a little puffer
Yeah.
fish, like you know,
But
you blow up.
but
and
the
it's
thing
like-
is though, like some females, man, like some females feel like they, just like with males, some females feel like they gotta prove themselves,
I don't.
and it goes back to really like their upbringing, and just like a lot of the situations that they've been through throughout their life. They feel like they have to constantly prove themselves,
Yeah.
and that's not
I
the
say
case,
that a lot.
especially with females, man. Come on, man. Detroit, listen to me right now.
You're too old.
Listen to me right now. That does not make you look good in any way. Fighting, man. Like, just pull up. I drop my address. That don't make you look good.
Unless,
man.
like I
Come
said,
on.
only way I'm what you say, prove myself is if you
Yeah.
hit me. You have to hit
Right,
me
yeah,
first.
no,
that's
yeah,
different.
that's
Yeah,
different.
that's
so
different.
that's when I'm gonna be like,
Defending yourself
oh,
at that
okay.
point.
Now I gotta
Yeah.
show you that I'm about to really get you, like I was talking.
Yeah.
Other than that,
If
if
you
you ain't
defend-
about to hit me, I'm not about to argue with you.
You feel you defending yourself, then I'm all with that. You feel me? But like when you just going out your way to
No,
like
that's too
engage
much.
in this,
I'm not about to pull up.
Yeah.
First of all, nowadays when I'm
This-
gonna pull up to your house to get shot, like I'm
you
okay.
feel me? Like
What
come on.
happened to like?
Okay.
And I think like in saying that, what happened to like our sense of pride? What happened to our sense of dignity? Because like the B side to Detroit was like we was always known to be hustlers, and we was always known to be like get the money however we can. But we also had like this sense of dignity. It was always like we these Detroit players. You know what I'm saying? We on another level with it. So. What happened to like that sense of pride in the city, man? Because now it's just like everybody reckless and ridiculous.
Man, look, it all goes back to upbringing. That's flat.
For
you
sure.
Feel me? Like
But-
upbringing is where everything switched up and took a turn for the worse, man. Like when we was growing up, you know what I'm saying, we had, uncles, you had, big homies throughout the neighborhood who was, you know what I'm saying, kicking game to you.
Yeah,
you feel
very
me? Like
true.
this how
Very
you go
true.
about
You always
life.
had somebody, yeah.
You always had that, you feel me? But now it's like,
Ain't no big homies.
you feel me? And that's why I try to do that. You feel me? I'm still young. You feel me? But I try to give the words when I
Yeah.
can to the youth. You feel me? Like, cause they need that. If they're not getting it from nobody, they just gonna see online what's going on. Just like piggybacking off last week.
Right.
They're gonna see these popular figures that's doing bull fugazi
They
stuff.
wanna follow.
You feel me?
Yeah.
They just gonna follow that.
It's just so crazy to see because if you think, right, well, okay, so it's 2018. What was it? I think it was 06 or 07.
Right.
Like, Kwame was still mayor, and he actually went to the BET Awards. And like he stepped, like I know that's wild. Like they called him, they did call him the hip hop mayor. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause he was young and Blase split.
Had
That's
the
another
earring
story.
off Dexter.
Side
Dexter.
note, where is he at right now?
Shout out Kwame,
Jail.
man.
Jail.
He
Jail.
doing about,
Yeah,
what he
jail.
doing, like
He
a
didn't get
26 stretch?
28 bid. He got 28
man.
years.
Oh.
They trying to petition and all of that, but you know how that go, man.
Yeah,
they got to
they-
make an example out of
I thought
somebody.
he got out.
The most feared name in Detroit is Kim Worthy. Like, I ain't
yeah,
fucking with
man.
her.
It's
Ever.
over, man.
Ever. She'd
It's
give you
over.
4 years for running the red light. But I digress. So
Hey.
in 2006 or 2007, one of the two, Kwame went to the BET Awards, and of course, like, he had some staff with him, and everybody was dressed to the T. Everybody presented themselves as like gentlemen. You know what I'm saying? They really carried the city.
Right.
So it's like, it's crazy to see, 12 years later, and you get this put in base situation, and it's just like that sense of pride, that sense of when I leave Detroit, I have to, I'm stepping out with my best foot.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see that that's gone because, no, I know that's, but it's crazy to see that that's gone because people
Yeah.
really don't care. And now you got like all these, you got people from Ohio, and now it's woke up and then Ohio's racist as shit. Like, you got, just to be a buck, like, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? Like, so, like, or conservative. Let's just be conservative. Let's just say conservative because I'm not from Ohio. I can't readily say it's racist, but I have heard things. So, it's like you go down there and it's like you're supposed to like act like with pride and with dignity, carry yourself.
Yeah, man.
And where you from?
Step out fresh, man.
Right,
Take the
but-
buffs down there.
But it's
Take
like
the
you-
buffs down there, but don't
What is
scrap
with you
them.
and his buffs today?
Buffy Nation, man. We are the
Yeah,
Always
Buffy
Buffy
Nation.
Nation.
You feel me?
Always.
Let me tell you something. Let's talk about Buffs right quick.
Do
Since
y'all
we're
got
talking about
Buffs?
Detroit. See, I gotta get some. You feel me? But look, I feel like the Buffs are Detroit natives like trophy.
Oh, yeah.
Buffs in the rollie.
Oh, yeah.
Buffs in the rollie. But
Oh,
like
for
Buffs
sure. Buffs rolling in a long sleeve truck.
in a long sleeve truck. You
That's
feel me?
it.
But or old school. Or
And
old school.
Or old school, and then once you get old, you gain weight, and then you fall into your vehicles. You don't step into them, you fall into them.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying?
All right.
That's how you is.
Oh,
You-
wow.
That's when you done achieved, like, you done achieved all it can be in Detroit.
I mean, but no, I just
You're
feel
a
like
property owner somewhere.
I feel like we supposed to go places, man, and we supposed to really represent for Detroit. All we doing, man, by like going to these places and we fighting and causing a whole bunch of havoc and all of that.
Destroying.
We just you tear
Our
down the
reputation.
image, man. Like, and we in the middle of like a renaissance. Like, we really
Rebuilding our
yes,
reputation.
man. You know what I'm saying? We thriving right now, man. It's looking real good for Detroit, man. You got the industry eyes on Detroit and everything. But with stuff like this happen, you see that headline: Detroit natives go to Ohio Island and tear it
Right.
up. Come
And then-
on, man.
And then the rest of the world is like, well, that's Detroit. We
Come
expected
on,
that.
man.
We expected
Nah,
that,
man.
guys.
Well, that's Detroit.
But you know what though, man? I ain't even look. I embrace the ratchetness, but keep it here at home. Let's keep it here at home. Let's just do that.
Embracing ratchetness.
Right.
We gonna be ratchet.
Because you could always be better. But I get what you're saying. I embrace our culture, but
Yeah.
we also have to understand our
When it's a
limits
time and a
like,
place.
when it's a time
It's a
and
time
place.
and a place. That's what we say. It's a
But
time
even
and a
in
place
our
for
culture, we also that kind of speak to something else because we gotta get on our culture, man. We gotta do better, dog. Like all this, like you just said, all that pull up stuff, that ain't cute, man.
Yeah.
That ain't getting us nowhere.
It is when that's what's in the music.
Yeah,
And they
bro.
want to
I
pull
mean,
up. Oh, she pulled up in a song. Oh, we
pull
pulling
up
up
with the
too.
stick. Let it hit.
Why you do this? Like,
For
because
real.
it makes sense. Like it's true. Because
All I'm
No, but
saying
look,
is,
it go back to when we was talking about clickbait behavior and like the culture of it and all. But it's just
Man, look,
God
man,
damn it,
we all
it's
grown, man.
frustrating.
We are grown enough to understand that you have to separate reality with entertainment. You gotta
Very
separate
true.
it.
Very true.
So, okay, you listen. What I listen to? All trap music.
Yeah.
I love it. You
I
feel me?
don't listen to trap music, but
Right, but he not about to go bag up nothing and
You
All I'm
feel me,
saying
bro?
is-
Like, come on, man. You
when I
gotta.
turn on Rocky B or Sada Baby, I'm gonna say Rocky though, cause she the
Yeah.
girl.
Yeah.
I'm going to shoot up something. I am.
in that
Time
moment.
out. Time out. Hold up.
I-
So how
so
many
she-
times have you listened to Rocky?
And she don't mean literally shoot.
Okay, so look, I'm gonna be honest. Like I told you, I ain't listened to Rocky B. I listened to that one song.
But how many
and-
times have you listened to that one song?
Oh, like every other day.
So you mean to tell me you shot something up every other day?
I wanted to.
Okay, all right. So
I
that's
feel
the
like it.
so that's
See,
the
but that go
point.
back to
I'm in the
That's
car like, oh, where am I
right.
gonna pull up?
You feel it. You got that energy.
I don't even
Right,
have a
and
gun,
that go back to the
but I want to go
example.
shoot up something.
Yeah, but you got that energy though. Like you can have that energy. You feel me? That's what you listen to the music for. You wanna really like get that feeling. But that don't mean you really gonna go out and. But
or
you
not
right
shoot
though.
fight. Like she talk about beating the girl up.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
want to
yeah.
go fight somebody. Who? I don't know.
But you know what? You
But she
right,
said
man.
it.
But that go back
fight.
to that example from episode 1 where I was like, can we blame the listener for wanting to escape? Because you can't you can't shoot everybody every other day.
I
You
can
can't.
if I want to.
Oh, she said she about that.
Under the jail.
A young Griselda Blanco over
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Cocaine
But what I'm saying
College.
is like, you know, like you can't do that in real life and not have no like consequences. So it's like the listener gotta escape to some degree, and that's your escape.
For sure.
But it's like we also gotta be able to like separate it and be like, okay, I obviously can't come to work.
You know, if you're willing to do that bid, you could do that bid. You feel me? But I mean, I don't think you know what I'm saying. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's stay grounded, man. Let's really pay attention to life. Don't get so engulfed in what's going on, social media, music, and all that.
Right.
Enjoy it for what it is. Turn up, do your thing, have fun.
Right.
But don't turn it into no tragic situation. Man.
Right. And then bringing it back to the topic as far as like it relates to the city, man. Like you said, we are in the process of rebuilding our reputation, and even though it is like a tale of two cities, like at on some level, it's still our reputation as a whole. So it's like. In the past, we had like this negative light. We already know that, and it's like we're trying to get out of that. So don't go places acting the ass for no apparent reason.
Yeah.
You
First of all, where is Putnam Bay?
Putnam Bay.
Putnam or whatever.
It's in Ohio, man. I don't know exactly where.
It's
Cedar
awesome.
Point.
It's really cool.
Yeah, it really
Nice.
is, man.
Yeah.
I went when I was like 8 or 7. It was a school trip, man, and like I had fun when I was little.
My
So
auntie
I know
said it was
if
fun,
you go
but
when
she
you
said
grown.
go on a day that what was it, Christmas in July or
Yeah.
something. We talked about it. She said go on a day that's not that.
That
and
okay,
that's when all the
yeah.
racks come
Right.
But I never heard of it until
This.
Instagram.
Until this. So
Right.
imagine
So
all the
that's
people
the
around the
point.
world.
That's
All
the
the people
point.
around the world. Because this went viral.
Right, of course.
It went viral. You know what I'm saying? People in different states seeing this. And it's just like,
I didn't
So-
see anything though. Is that the problem?
you didn't see the fight?
No.
They had
Yeah,
clips
no,
of
it
it
was
floating
everywhere.
around.
All I
It's everywhere.
seen was like y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, like social media. I just look. I don't be knowing nothing.
Yeah.
Y'all know me.
Mhm.
All I seen was people saying they're going, or they went, or they,
Yeah.
why did nobody tell them
No,
they was
and
going?
the
I didn't
aftermath
see
was
nothing.
Yeah,
else.
right.
The
So now,
aftermath
look, hold on,
was
let me
chaos.
paint
You
this-
saw the beginning.
The beginning. I'm going
The
to paint this
aftermath
picture for
was
you.
horrible.
This was the beginning. The beginning was, taking all the pictures. It's funny, though, man, because they taking pictures with, I don't know what this called, but they had, like, bathing suits on, and they had, like, a see-through gown on, and
The little
they
cover
taking
up.
pictures like they in
The
Costa
see-through
Rica.
gown, y'all.
They taking pictures like they in Costa Rica, right? Like they going to Costa Rica. Like this is a trip. They had got a passport and everything. Shout out to y'all, but I'm just saying,
I was
man.
about to say, 'cause
Y'all,
I got
I
one
was
for this
going to
trip. I'm
say,
going
like,
on. Don't do
I ain't
me.
gonna hate on
no,
you.
I'm not
Like,
hating. I'm not hating.
I'm
It's
pulling
not
it,
hate because
let
I've been
them
to
live their best
I've
life.
been
That's
to
what I'm
Putin
saying.
Bay. I've been to Putin Bay.
But see,
what-
that ain't nothing to pull that out on. I'm pulling mine out because I'm going
But
Myrtle
people
Beach.
pull that out when
That's
they go.
something you can pull it out
Bay,
for.
I-
But people pull that
You
out
put
when
that-
they go to the regular beach up
You
the street.
you
When
feel
go to
no
Metro Park,
no
they
they
go,
don't.
yes,
No they
do.
don't, bro.
Girls, so you telling me girls don't take pictures on the beach?
No, but not
on
in.
beach
Look,
here.
if I could pull it up, bro. If I show you, bro, you gonna be like, that wasn't for Putin Bay.
I guess.
Trust me, bro.
So you saying they was doing the most?
They was doing a little bit extra.
And that's okay.
But shout out to y'all. No, come on, hey, look, man. I'm not trying to shit on
I'm
y'all.
about to act
man.
like I'm
I'm just
somewhere
telling y'all
different.
what it wasn't, what it didn't have to be. But y'all do what y'all gonna do.
Nah, my
but
sister's gonna be
this
basic,
is how
so.
I viewed it. You know, people dressed up like they about to go to Costa Rica and all of that, and it looked good. It looked real righteous. You know what I'm saying?
Of course
But
you think so.
but and then you get down there, so everything looked good. Like you said at the beginning, everything looked good. Oh, we about to have fun. Everybody, banding together, going down there.
So was
I'm
you
like, all
down
right, that's
there?
cool.
For me?
I didn't go down there, but I
okay.
felt like I was there.
Okay, you
With
talking
all
like
the-
you.
hey, look, you know I'm
saying
locked
it.
in. I'm
That's
seeing
the,
everything.
that's the funniest thing about Debo when he tells stories. He tell it like he was there. Like it's the most.
Look.
He pull you into that shit. You like, okay.
Look, man.
Like it
So look.
started off. Like, how you know that's how it started off?
Look, this how I seen it because it just started like, you know what I'm saying, evolving. It started early in the morning, you know. Well, really, a couple days before, everybody was talking like, yeah, we're going down there to Putin Bay, boo, boo, boo. And then the day of, everybody started posting their pictures and all of that. So it was cool. I'm like, all right, everybody, you know what I'm saying, getting outside the box and actually going to, you know what I'm saying, do something.
Yeah.
But my whole thing was like, okay, you dressing up like you're going to Costa Rica, but you down the street from Cedar Point. That ain't really too cool. I mean, in my eyes, that's just in me.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not going to do that.
I get what you're saying, but I'm just saying like just to speak it to the topic, like the bigger picture here is that like whether you're doing that or not, act like you got some.
Yeah, and that's what I was about to get to.
Like, please, bro, because like we already have been in under this negative light, bro. And when you go and you act the ass, and you know you acting like this is like the be all end all in another state, like you said, it went viral. So people already was looking at us like, oh, y'all some savages, you know. It's already negative stipulations about Detroit.
Let me search
so
it.
when you
I
go,
gotta see.
so when you go and you do this type of stuff, all you doing is giving like the people who look down on Detroit fuel. You giving, you know, racist fuel. You giving people from you had people from Ohio like, yo, Detroiters cannot come back, bro. Like you giving everybody fuel against you.
I want to
My
see.
mama-
Man, we talk about Detroit having a no-fly zone. They have implemented a no-fly zone.
For real,
Detroiters,
bro.
man.
My mom always said, bro, don't get nobody a stick to whip your ass with.
You feel
and that's
me,
precisely
man?
what we doing, dog. Like, get it together.
Can I tell you an Ohio story?
What's
Tell
up?
us, Maureen.
Right.
You guys talking about this, just I've never seen this in my entire life. I had this job where I was traveling a lot, and we were going to Columbus, Ohio, and I'm working with this guy who's an African American, and I drove. We would do it like every week. You know, it's like a 3-hour drive or whatever. So I would drive a bunch of times. This one time, I'm like, mind driving this time, man? He's like, yeah, sure. We get pulled over right as we crossed into Ohio.
Right.
We're under company stuff, so it's like we're not playing around. Everything's no
Everything's
speeding,
legit.
no, and I'm like,
Right.
they go through all of our stuff. They made him sit in the back of the police car, not me. They made him sit in the back.
Wow.
No idea.
Yeah.
And obviously nothing's up. He's like, have a good day. We just sit in the car, and I'm like, why? And he's like, he just looks at himself. He's like, that's why. And I'm like, that's messed up.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
Ryan, man. Like that's
So
a good
crazy.
story though, man. Because and we only adding to that. You know what I'm saying? We only giving them more of a reason.
Right. Don't
You know what I'm
give
saying?
these
Like,
type of people fuel, because we better than that, bro.
Yep. But that was a good story, man, because stuff like that happens all the time, man.
All the time.
Even here in Michigan, you know what I'm saying? It happens, and not really so much, you know what I'm saying? That's one thing I can say. I'm glad that...
I ain't gonna say so much to the point where you're getting pulled over for no reason at all.
Yeah, it depends on where you go for sure in Michigan, but I'm going to just say in the Metro Detroit area, you know what I'm saying? Surrounding areas, it's not so much, you know what I mean? But it depends, though. You know what I'm saying? But
when I caught that little case, I was...
yeah, like...
I was in Redford.
Yeah.
So.
You caught a case.
Yeah, this was...
I was like, now you can't say that and not tell me who you killed.
This was 2-3 years ago.
Who you killed.
No, I ain't killed nobody. This was like 2-3 years
You
ago.
try to catch your slip
Right.
like, bro,
Yeah.
Brian, he was already about to die. I was like,
Like,
what? Wait a minute.
why you turn me into like this
Right.
animal?
She
Like,
turned you into Maserati
I
Rick
just
over
talking
here.
about a 2-year-old kid had to ease into it.
but no, like, you know, I had that little situation like 3 years ago. And just speaking to the subject, it was in Redford, in Metro Detroit.
Certain areas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But, I mean, you got to be...
And we know the hot spots like Livonia, Dearborn.
Yeah,
like, people,
man.
it's crazy. Black
Dearborn.
people know, like, don't drive through there because it's going to
Yeah, man. You know, it's messed up because we actually literally, like, Ryan, let me tell you, man, and it's just real. This is just real 101, man. Like, when you have, like, this color skin, man, like, you really got to always be on guard. Always. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't like the South. It ain't like back in the day and like that, but you always got to know how to handle situations. Like, I can't handle a situation the same as you. You know what I'm saying? I almost got to, like, be kind of like, you know what I'm saying, submissive and,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like, I
imagine-
have to. Or it's going to end up like one of them tragic situations.
Or it has the potential to.
It has a high potential to. You know what I'm saying?
Imagine
So,
your coworker was like, he got live, and he was like, well, no, fuck that. He's standing outside, and
Yeah.
why am I not, blah, blah, blah. Like, that could turn into so much
it's going to
more.
be different. You know what I'm saying? But
He had the knowledge to be like, okay, I understand what's happening here.
yeah.
I don't like it, but I got to play my role, and it's going to be what it is.
Yeah. So it ain't like all the way how it used to be, but it's still there. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So,
It's remnants and...
but you know, man, you know you
That's a whole
you
nother
come
thing.
across a lot of good individuals now.
Oh, yeah.
And I can't imagine it was probably little to none back then. You know what I'm saying? But just to, you know what I'm saying, come back around to the topic, it's just like when you know you have to deal with that, why even add to it? You know what I'm saying? It's just like, you got to think past yourself and think about us as a whole, man. Like now, when we go to Ohio, it's like, and then if we got a Michigan plate, it's like
It's over.
they like we own you. You know what I'm saying?
So
it ain't worth it.
So that brings me to this question: at what point do we, as Detroiters, accept partial responsibility? Because we in this room are capable of understanding the situation. We're capable of being objective and seeing, both sides of it and saying like, okay, well, that's why people looking at you like you're crazy, because you acting crazy. You can't go places doing that. But a lot of people just make excuses. A lot of people say, oh, well, that's just, Detroit. You know how Detroiters are. That's just what it is. Like, that's Detroit behavior. At what point does, like, Detroiters as a whole take responsibility for, this reputation and, changing the reputation?
Yeah.
I
get it.
I feel like I say, man, it comes back to the upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Like, if the upbringing is all the way solid, you're not about to go to, or it's not going to be as many people that's going to go to another state, or even here at home is going to act like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'll say, okay, because we all adults, like you said, at a certain point, you have to be able to, say what's right and wrong for yourself. Like, my mom ain't going to hold my hand at 25, like, versus 5 years old.
Yeah.
So it's like, she responsible for teaching me that. But then at 25, even if she didn't teach me that,
it's
I have
responsible
to,
for you to hold on to it and really
even if I don't hold on to it, I'm responsible for being an adult and learning, okay, this is, or just being, I have to be able to see within myself, okay, this ain't right. You know what I'm saying? It's a better way of going about this. It's a better way of doing it. It's a better way of conducting myself when I'm doing business.
That's why
when
I
I'm
say
out
it's
about.
always in the upbringing, because you know when you in the upbringing, you know what's okay and what's not. That's it's the same stuff from when you were a kid to when you're an adult. You know what's acceptable as an adult.
Okay.
You know this.
Now let me flip that on you. Like, let's just use Michael Jackson, Joe Jackson. Joe Jackson whooped his kids' ass, right? All of his kids, right?
I don't like the way you just said that.
Well, I'm
Allegedly.
beat his children. So, you know what I'm saying? Michael could have easily grew up and been like, I'm beating kids' asses. Like, that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could have easily followed suit, but instead, he grew up to be, like, more compassionate. Like, he realized once he grew up, like, okay, this isn't the way it should go, and blah, blah, blah. So he was a different person from his dad. So what if your parents don't teach you that valuable lesson? That's what I'm saying. Like, at that point, you got to be an adult and accept responsibility.
Yeah. Well, I'm more so speaking on, like, morals and values, like, of what
they don't care.
You know what I'm saying? Like how to act toward people and out in public and stuff like that. Now, what you speaking on is more so like, okay, you grew up being beat.
No, listen. So you saying like it comes from like the parents, right? The parents gotta like instill that in you.
Yeah.
But not all parents, right? But that's not.
Even though he beat him, I'm pretty sure he instilled the correct morals in him.
Right. Okay. But even if they do, you got people who got instilled with morals. But what if they ignore that? So it's really all up to you. Like, that's what I'm saying. At what point do we as individuals accept responsibility? Because my parent can only teach me so much.
And they could teach you whatever. You still gonna go out and act how you want.
Exactly. Like my parents, our parents taught us not to cuss. But when first, second grade.
Yeah. So essentially,
Second grade cussing.
I watched South Park.
Dave Chappelle. No, but I feel like
all of my friends cussed when we was kids.
Essentially, it comes down to y'all right. It comes down to
that liquor still kicking.
Man, it comes down to you making those decisions. It does, but I've always been the type. I don't know about y'all, but I've always just been the type to like really like value and respect like my mother's perception on my.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying, on my behavior.
Always,
so I'm like, all right, man.
Because when you were a kid, everything you do is for their approval.
If OG had to come down here and get me, or if she hear about this, you know what I'm saying, I wasn't trying to let her down.
Right. Yeah.
Then I had my uncle who wasn't playing that. You feel me?
Very true.
So when you have all of these different figures in your life to where you see them going above and beyond for you.
You don't want to let them down.
You don't want to let them down. But it also comes down to the type of individual that you are. Because if you an individual, because I got a cousin who had the same stuff I had, mom, dad, you know what I'm saying?
All of that.
But he personally, in his own makeup and mind, he didn't care. He was going to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
So
that's most people.
My own brother, bro, like, perfect example. Like, my own brother. We all grew up, you know what I'm saying? Everybody instilled with the same set of morals and principles.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I grew up, you know, I'm not in too much trouble. You know what I'm saying? Or I didn't get in too much trouble. You know, I got in normal trouble. Same thing with my oldest brothers. Like, but, you know what I'm saying? You got, I got one brother who, you know, came from a good family, came from a good home, but he doing life for murder. You know what I'm saying? Nobody,
Right.
we ain't raised a murderer. That's just what he wanted to do.
Right,
You know what I'm saying? Same thing with my other brother, Derek. Like, he in and out of jail. You know what I'm saying? But, again, the other brother's not like that. So you could all come from the same tree. You know what I'm saying? But it ultimately depends on what you want to do.
Yeah, it depends on what you want to do. Yeah. So I feel like it kind of it takes both. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like a lot of it has to do with the upbringing and just what people instill in you. Because you can kind of be one of them people who gonna do what you want to do, but if you constantly got like a supportive like family behind you who is constantly instilling this in you, it can kind of steer you on the right path.
Yeah.
But it also couldn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Sometimes, in some cases, it just won't work. You know
Right.
what I mean?
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, bringing it full circle.
We got our guest pulling up, man, soon, man. I'm getting confirmation right now, so we gonna hop into that soon.
I'm very excited. Very excited. But that's what I'm saying. Like, so once, like, you know, all that parents instilling is done, you done grown up, you know what I'm saying, and you decide, okay, I want to go to put in bed today.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to have some fun. At what point do we individually, like, because all of that, you ain't even think about your mama when you at put in bed. You having fun. At what point do we accept responsibility and be like, okay, I shouldn't conduct myself like this. I shouldn't. It's a better way, like I said, of going about things, because we got to.
And then it goes back to what Sherelle said, man. She said that, you know, the music, a lot of the music and a lot of the influences.
You
that's
about to
out
turn on Sada Baby and putting on Bay.
You know
I'm
what I'm
acting
saying?
a fool.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Maybe so.
But
don't
we
see
too
me
grown.
shit
We
here.
too
Exactly.
grown. You know what I'm saying? We too grown
that's-
for that. But you right though.
But
That's
that's what
how
I'm
it is.
saying.
Yeah.
But that to me is an excuse. They go back to what I said,
I'm
to
like,
where
I
it's
ain't
like,
acting a fool.
right, because that's
I'm
what
real
that.
life classy, but
Right, but it's people out here who would do that.
I'm
You know what I'm
speaking for
saying?
the hood
Really,
rats today.
really
Right.
turn up the side of baby
I'm
and
on
all
the car
that. Like,
twerking.
ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that, but it's just like, don't let that be the reason you acting up. You know what I'm saying? You getting yourself in legal trouble and you destroying not just your name, but also where you from.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't care. Like I said, me personally, honestly, I'm talking stuff. I would have been at putting a baby with my bathing suit on, a little basic bathing suit, and I would have been chilling. All that fighting and, like I said, twerking on cars or whatever you want to do. I ain't doing that.
Exactly.
That's
It
too
just
much.
it just killed me because we always talk about how people always look so bad and so down on Detroit. Like, Detroiters, it's a common conversation. It's been this way for the last 15 years. We've been talking about it. I'm gonna say since like 03. No, like 06, 07. Like, it's been, why do people, you know, they look at us like we crazy. They look at us like we killers, we animals, we this, we that, we
Savage.
that.
Savage.
All of
Right,
that.
right. But then we go out and we do this type of stuff, and then we like, I just don't understand why they looking at us
They
like
feel
that.
like it's fun. They
Yeah.
Like, why, at what, that's what I'm saying. Like, at what point do we be like, okay, some of this is on me. Some of this is on
Yeah.
us.
Some people
Yeah.
don't never get to that point. Honestly,
Yeah.
I know old people that still be
Right.
I'm going to spring break. You ain't even go to
Real
college.
talk. Real talk.
What you mean? You 40.
For real,
You,
she-
you don't
they
own
wanna
your
go-
house. You ain't got no car, but you gonna go to spring break.
Hey,
and
that-
make the
Man,
move.
they trying to be in the
They
midst
don't
of the
never get
turn
like
up,
that.
man. They
That
following the
reminds
turn
me of
up.
that scene of Project X where there's that old ass man in the party.
Yes, man, turn up
Some
though.
people wanna-
He was the life of the party, man. But like, I mean, I feel like, you know, it's a flip side to this because Detroit has always been known for, you know, just having a style. We work hard, we grind. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what they know us for around the world, along with, you know, kind of being a little bit crazy and ratchet. You know what I'm saying? We known for both of those, but I just feel like we're known a little bit more for being crazy and
That's
you know
what I'm saying, and that's not the good.
And that ain't good. But, you know, I mean, shout out to Notorious B.I.G., man. He put us in the song. He said, what'd he say? Stink Pink Gators, my Detroit players.
Yeah.
So he went with the positive side of Detroit. Now, that was back then. You know what I'm saying?
Detroit was also under. There was a lot going on in the city, man. Like the Pistons were still winning. We had Barry Sanders. You know what I'm saying?
Is the Pistons at this point?
Like,
oh yeah,
I mean,
shout out
at
to
this
the
point,
Pistons,
but
man.
I'm saying that's when I mean, we always had like a little underlying reputation.
We still do. If you look at every
movie
and TV show, they gonna say something about Detroit.
Right, but no, that's what I'm saying. Like the underlying reputation is now the reputation, because before we had so much stuff going on and Detroit was still so interesting to where like people wasn't looking at us like we was crazy. Like, well, they was, but they wasn't. They was looking at us more for the business portion. Like if you think about, let's just take the 90s. If you think about the 90s, you had Sister, that was in Detroit. Martin, that was in Detroit. And then you had all of the sports teams. I mean, Lions was never doing well, but you had Barry Sanders, you had the Pistons winning. Like, it was a lot going on in the city. Even fast forward to Kwame, like, the Pistons won. You know what I'm saying? We still had our female basketball team. So, what was it? The Shocks? The Shocks won. The Tigers won. We hosted a Super Bowl here. Like, the city was for real winning. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then once it got out of hand, you know what I'm saying, as far as like what was going on here, then that's when the reputation changed, or the underlying reputation became the reputation.
I hear you.
Ryan, you wanna?
That's all you got for me. I hear you. What's
That's all I had. I'm sorry. I ain't had nothing else to say.
What's going on? So, Sherelle, I'm going to give you the honors. Please introduce our guest.
Got Mr. John Boy in the building. They didn't want to tell at the beginning.
Right, we want to keep it a secret for him. You know what I'm saying?
Pull up. Please put your headphones on. Talk to the people.
Yeah. What's going on?
Nothing. How you feeling?
I'm good. Y'all good?
Yeah, man. We got a legend in the building with us today, man. Hey, look, they'll tell you, man. I've been waiting for this interview for a long time, man.
Before he even started podcast, like.
Yeah, way before. You know, man. My man's back here, you know.
Pleasure to be here, too.
Yeah, man, for sure. So, we'll let you kick it off, really.
We about to kick it off straight with the questions, or we gonna throw them in this topic?
Actually, yeah, let's chime in on this topic first.
So, look, man, you know, we talk about that whole put in bay stuff, man. Like, all that whole situation was crazy. You know, and we were just talking about the reputation of the city and how a lot of people look at us, and we already had like this bad light on us. We saying like stuff like that is like more fuel to the fire. Like, you know, at what point do we like accept responsibility for partially putting that bad image out there? So, you know what I'm saying? How do you feel about the reputation of the city, and you know, how do you feel about that whole situation? Just weigh in.
I mean, to be honest with you, bro, I just heard about putting in bay like this year.
That's what we just said.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm really not even hip to it. I really just got hip to it this year, though. I had current friendship.
Was it this year or a couple? What was that, last week that everybody went? Because I ain't
Right,
heard
I think it was
about
about like a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
That was my first time hearing about it. That was my first time
Popular
hearing
little
about
spot,
it.
though, man, for sure.
I didn't know what it
spot.
was.
Yeah, I heard everybody from the city was down there, though.
That's the craziest
And that's the
thing,
problem.
though.
We talking about all the
Oh, yeah.
fighting and.
Yeah.
Oh, it was going down like that?
Yeah.
That's what I said. I ain't know.
I
I
ain't
ain't
know
see
that.
it.
Oh
I
yeah,
know.
see, but that's the craziest thing. Like nobody knew about Put In Bay all these years, and then as soon as Detroit go down there and start some smoke,
Yeah,
like
man.
That's
Like
crazy.
so we basically saying like, look, all right, the world kind of know Detroit, you know what I'm saying, for being fresh. We got, you know what I'm saying, home of the hustlers and all of that. But we also got the flip side to where they look at us as being, oh, they gonna go and set it off. You feel me?
Right,
and
right.
we don't want that. You feel me? We don't
Right.
really want that because that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, steer people
Yeah.
away from us. You know what I mean? So
Facts.
I feel like when we go, you know what I'm saying, places we need to put on in a positive light. You feel me?
Yeah.
But I mean,
You know, they always gonna hear about the bad stuff first anyway, though.
Yeah,
As far as
That's
being
true.
straight, that's just how it always
Yeah.
been for us.
you right.
They gonna talk about the
That's with
killing shit
anything though.
first.
Yeah.
They gonna talk about the hood before they talk about, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Stereotypes or something.
Exactly.
Yeah, they ain't gonna talk about the many charity events
Yeah,
and all of that.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Bingo.
But
yeah. I mean, the bad stuff it hold more weight. Like it's more interesting.
yeah,
Like people gonna click on it. That's the crazy.
I like the positive stuff too though.
Oh,
So.
yeah, but we understand
Yeah,
that. That's
yeah.
what I'm saying though. Like everybody else, like when it comes to Detroit, like they just always gonna click on the bad stuff first because it's more interesting.
Right. All right, well we got John Boy weigh in on that, man. We good with that. So we can hop into these questions y'all want to know about, man.
I'm starting.
Yeah.
All right, so who is... You said, huh?
I said, hit me with it.
I got you. Who is John Boy, and can you describe yourself in 3 words?
Detroit super producer.
Oh,
Hey.
I like that.
Came in strong.
Okay. I feel that one off.
All right, so look, I've been listening to your music, man. So
Appreciate that.
I know you from the zone.
Mm-hmm.
So just kind of like describe like what that was like growing up over there and.
Hell. No, for real. But at the same time, though, it made me who I am, though, so I can't complain.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But yeah, hell.
Man, it's crazy, man, because like I got some people from over there, whatever, a couple, little chicks and all that. You know what I'm saying? But
Oh.
it just,
Spicy.
man.
Chicks over there.
Yeah, it's a little, you know what I'm saying?
Chicks over there.
But dog, like, yeah, it be some situations, man. My people, like, my grandma stayed on like Moraine, Lake Point Moraine, and shit, so it ain't too far from there. But,
Right.
Yeah, man, crazy over there, man. So,
Facts. Yeah, it's wild all over there too.
yeah, for sure. What high school did you go to?
I went to Denby. I went to a few high schools actually, but I went to Denby.
Did any other like artists go there, like that we know of?
Not nobody that's popping right now, really.
Okay.
Not nobody big. No, it was a few rap groups in there though.
Okay.
A few artists that came up out of there, but
Yeah.
not nobody y'all would know though, probably.
Oh, okay.
Did you go there? Did you go there around the year? Jerry, a guy named Jerry went there. He played football, man. He got killed. He went there. He got killed. He was a rising star for real on the football team. He played corner.
I don't know if I was there around that.
Shout out to Jerry, man. R.I.P. man.
R.I.P.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Rest up, Jerry.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so
Sure.
I want to get in your business just a tad bit.
Mm-hmm.
Are any of like the girls? Where the girls at? Are they like, ooh, damn, John Boy? Like, what they
Right
saying?
now, yeah, hell yeah. That's
So
the
we
slogan though.
You ain't got no wife.
Right. That's the slogan.
Okay. Well, I just I needed the tea for a minute.
Yeah.
See what's
I got a
up.
girl.
So, oh, you got a girl?
I just want to
Yeah.
know.
That's
Do they
what's
really
up,
walk
man.
up to you and say that though?
Sometimes.
He say in
Wow. Like he like, yup.
He say in
That's
this
the
life,
beat-
man,
that's
you
the beats
really
doing that. That's the production doing that.
for real, man.
Yeah,
That's
Hey,
my tag. So
we gonna get to
Yeah.
that too, though.
Hey,
that's
you know what?
everybody saying that. It ain't just for real.
Okay.
But that's smart, bro. Like, to
Have
I
a
like-
tag that's
Yeah,
catchy
that
like
was-
that.
not
that
just,
was
well,
smart,
not
man.
just that, but what I'm saying is she's smart enough to like know like they ain't even really about me. It ain't really about what I'm doing. Like it's only the beats and you know what I'm saying, all of that that's
Sure.
making them like, you know what I'm saying.
Until they actually get around and
Right.
catch some of that drip. You
Yeah.
feel me, bro?
Right, but that's what I'm
Right.
saying. That's all they trying to do is catch the drip. So he like, no, I'm straight with my girl, man.
Right,
I be bullying though. I ain't gonna lie.
That's smart though. That's a
Yeah,
smart
man.
way to go.
All right, man. So one of the biggest knocks on Detroit music at first was like all of the beats sounded the same. Like back in the day, that's what I always heard. Like when I tried to put somebody on the song or whatever, they like all this shit sound the same. Like you know what I'm saying, but
I never understood why people say that though, cause all the Atlanta music sound the same. It's
very
Atlanta,
true.
so,
Very
Yeah,
true.
it's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah,
it's gonna
man.
sound similar. Shit.
You suppose every region got their own.
miles
their own
ready from
song.
each other.
I think what it is, man, is like people. It's like it ain't. We got this syndrome where it's like if it ain't popping, we ain't gonna mess with it.
Mm.
So it's like Atlanta at that time, or still even, is like always on the forefront. They always popping. But when it came to Detroit music, before like the last couple of years, it was like you had to fight somebody to get them to listen to it. You know what I'm
Damn,
saying?
yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Keeping that in mind, like, you know, when you came in, you had a Detroit sound, but your sound is like completely different. You know what I'm saying? Was that when you was coming up with it? Was that intentional or it just?
I
That's
mean,
just
I
how it came?
listen to like all type of music though. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Mhm.
I listen to like all genres of music, so it wasn't like I was just trying to make music like Detroit music. That just came out naturally because I grew up off Detroit music.
Okay.
Played shit, you know, Cheddar Boys, all that shit.
That's probably why your sound is how it is, man. You
Yeah.
say you listen to all genres.
Yeah.
I listen
Man,
to
you
a lot.
catch a John Boy beat, dog. I don't care what nobody say, bro. You gonna dance to it, bro. You gonna dance to it, bro.
Facts.
for
So you
real.
be dancing.
Man, hey, when it's a John,
Be
come on,
jigging,
man.
right?
Y'all
Turn
know
up.
me, bro. When I play
Dance.
John Boy beat, bro, I'm turned up, bro.
We gotta play it. See if Ryan over there dance.
I bet you don't. Hey, look.
Ryan.
All right, man. So you know, what's your creative process? You know what I'm saying when you cooking up a track, like how that go?
It depends. I'll be having different scenery, so I might be at the crib, I might be at the lab, I might be at a homeboy house. It depends, bro. I like just having my dogs around, you know.
I heard you say
Smoke,
you was
probably go through some samples or something.
You said you was on the plane cooking up.
Oh yeah, on my way to Miami. Yeah.
Dog, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's grinding. That's work.
Yeah.
It's always.
Cause I'm asleep on the plane, so.
You feel me?
You gotta be dedicated.
And it was fire too. So,
So was that song like it made placement? Like it got put out, or you just got that?
That beat actually I sold it to one of my homeboys.
Okay, all right.
Actually.
Okay.
So, y'all will probably hear it soon though, cause he do got a tape supposed to be coming out.
All right.
Okay. That's cool.
All right. Well, really, it's on you, man.
All right, well, let's see what I got. It ain't my turn, but I'll go ahead. Was music always in your plans?
Pretty much. I love music. Like my whole family was just music. Everybody played pianos.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So
yeah,
you grew up off of it.
always. Yeah.
You ain't want to like draw, be a teacher.
Nah, I was like before the music. I think I was like jidding or some shit like that. I think I was.
Hey,
Straight up.
Got it.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, look, that's a fun
Yeah.
fact, man. Job was that was like going
Y'all from the
crazy.
east side, we was jidding. But
Yeah.
after that,
The basement parties.
all that
Not the
nice
basement
parties.
parties.
Yeah, he knows something.
hey,
Ah.
take it back,
Yeah.
take it back. Hey,
knows
so
something.
who was the first person you made a beat for? Like, you know, once you got into it.
Somebody from my hood back then. It wasn't like you talking about like somebody that's like they got a name, or you talking about just
Both.
Nah, just,
Both.
okay, yeah.
I can't
both.
even remember that the second one, but it was somebody in my hood though. Some of the homeboys who was rapping, pulling up behind beats and shit. I probably was like making beats on the porch or something on the Casio. Nah, for real. We
For
was
real.
tripping.
So,
Hell yeah, man. That's the grind though. Shit.
I started on the porch.
Man.
It's a lot of inspiration on the porch though. For real.
Casio
Especially
keyboard,
over there in the
so.
zone. Shit.
Yeah.
But
I believe that.
so you know, like I say, I listen to the music. I heard you say Detroit used to be dark. I brought the sun back. Explain what you meant by that, man.
I mean, you know how it go. Like over the last 4 or 5 years, it's been kind of dark here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Just out of all the artists who were popping, but I don't know. We partying, bro. We turned up.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
Shit.
we got that
You
one
brought that.
tempo
You got
back
that.
on.
Like it's
That old
it's a
Detroit field
boogie.
music.
Yeah,
You
dude.
know what I'm saying?
I noticed a lot of artists who get on your beats, dog. They dance like
Yeah, they turn up.
bring dog.
I try to keep it that way.
Yeah, that's good though, man.
For sure.
That's what the city need, man.
Yeah, hell yeah, right now. For sure.
For
For
real,
sure.
dog.
So before we get into like the next little question, I want to bring it back, and I noticed you said you was on the porch with the Casio keyboard. So like, did you
With
just
the
learn?
karaoke machine.
Man, so did you just learn from playing around with it, or like, do you have any background in actually
Yeah,
playing keys?
that's what I was saying. My mama played the piano.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
We always had like a big ass. I can't cuss. Can I?
No,
No, you can.
We always had like a big ass grand piano in our living room. So
Okay.
me waking up as a kid, that was like right there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Then she wound up buying me my own when I probably was like 11, something like that.
So you
That's dope.
you finally tuned on the piano. You can kind of go.
Yeah, I could play, but I
Alright.
never really like. I could read music, but I never went to school for all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? I
Okay,
never
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
It just came naturally.
That stuff hard.
Damn, so you can really
You could
read
be like
music,
Zay
dog.
Toven.
That's
No, he
like-
said he can't read, but he know how
No,
to
I
talk.
can.
Oh, you
Yeah,
saying you
yeah.
can't
Oh,
read
but you
the
just-
music?
That's not how I
Wow.
came
You
about
just-
it though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As a kid,
Really?
like I said,
Music, that's a
I
talent
came
itself.
on for the ear, bro.
Yeah, the ear.
Yeah,
Right, right,
I used to like listen to the radio and just
Like
try to
off-
play songs. and shit.
like my man's off Drumline, Nick Cannon, when he
Basically.
Yeah. So,
I can't read, but
so Sada Baby and FMBDZ are like two of the artists that's like on the rise in the city.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And you work with them. So did
They're
you
my rebels.
always see something special in them from the beginning?
Yeah, they always inspired me. I ain't gonna lie. I used to tell Rip all the time though. Before niggas had popped off, like
Mm-hmm.
you know, we be in the studio locked in. You get a lot of people in and out the studio, but them boys always brought energy. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Always.
Yeah, man, Sada Baby, I had plugged him with this other artist that I got a relationship with,
Mhm.
and he always was solid, man. Like that's
Word.
one thing I can say, man.
Never Hollywood.
Yeah.
Yeah, them boys got good energy.
Well, so who would you say is like your favorite artist out of all the artists you work with? What was the favorite artist you had a chance to work with?
That's a good one. I'm probably have to say 80s though. I gotta say 80s. I ain't
Shout
gonna
out
lie.
80s, man.
But everybody I work with though, we all, you know, it was always
Yeah.
a good scenery. But
Free.
8-ball was
Yeah, free 80s, man.
That's
for sure,
perfect.
free
What was
ball.
that creative process like?
You
Like,
know, he ain't right, so
oh, okay, yeah, I think I did hear that. Yeah,
yeah, he never wrote. So that was crazy.
that's crazy,
Yeah,
dog.
that was fun, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy.
All the stuff he dropped, dog.
That's
the
crazy
lyrics
to
he
think
dropped.
about, like-
Yeah, man.
Yeah, he ain't right now.
That done wild.
when he recorded, was it like all the way straight through, or was it like breaks in
Sometimes.
between?
Oh, so he was. I'm like, I'm over here
So
lost.
he was
You know
good.
80s. You know 80s though, right?
Yeah.
Eastside 80s. She be, if you play the song, she gonna know.
Right.
You working on her right now.
I'm queen of I can have a conversation with you and I know who you are.
Facts.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like I met you before.
For real? I hope you know
I
who
be
I
with
am.
BJ.
I hope you.
So I'm like, I didn't heard your music, the music that's your beats and stuff. I knew the little tag, but
Facts.
I'm like, I feel like I met him. Like I didn't talk to him before. I would sit there and talk to you and not know who you. Be so lost, like.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
All right, man. Do you feel like you get the credit you deserve? You know what I'm saying, for being this super producer.
I live a legend.
Right about
You know,
now.
Paul, I ain't about to, bro. For real,
It's
man.
kicking in.
It's kicking in.
It's kicking in. I think the rap kind of helped though, low key. Like,
Yeah.
If I would have just sat back and just kept doing the beats, I don't think they wouldn't have been looking at me like this. Like for me pitting Damn out, Uncle Airway and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's kind of wigging everybody out. Like, oh shit, he rap too.
So let's speak on that too, man. So is it a specific like reasoning behind naming your projects like the numbers?
On some real, the first one was. The first one and the second one was. First one and the second one had meanings. Because 23, that's like my birthday, January 23rd.
Okay.
My son's birthday, February 23rd.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Then,
dope.
you know, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, all them great. So, you know, we just threw that in there too.
All right.
24, I ain't really had nothing. 80s had called from jail and just told me to do it, so I did it. That was for real. I swear to God. But 25, I just wanted, somebody told me to keep going, so.
Yeah, I like Fuck Your Hood, dog.
That's good looking, bro.
You turned up, man.
Good looking.
Steve over there so happy.
That was on
For real?
24 or 23.
That was on 24.
That was on 24 for sure.
Yeah.
That is so funny.
So, if your music was to gain like more attention to your production, could you see yourself stepping away from the production and just pursuing the music, or is it like you know?
Nah.
All right.
Production first. That's
Right.
that's my everything right there.
Okay.
The beats.
Okay.
That's
Rap
the hardest
really
part. So
second,
you
yeah.
dope, because I'm going to be
You can ask
like.
my manager. Man, I ain't trying to say I don't like rapping, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It's kind of hard getting them from in there.
It just they don't. That's not. What it
Yeah,
is.
that's not really what I wanted to do with it.
You ain't
I
going
can
crazy,
do it though.
with
Like
the
I have
music.
fun doing it though.
Yeah.
But the production side, that's me right there.
And that's crazy because a lot of people want to be, you know, in front of the
Yeah,
camera.
that's
and I
crazy.
want to
Yeah,
rap
you wanna
with
be
the beat that
behind
I
the
just
scenes.
made.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I like that.
For sure.
So
Alright.
tell us, like, how do you feel? Because I personally, we was talking about this the other day. Like, back in the day, it seemed like, of course, you had like people making beats, but it's like the big name was like hella, and then it was you. It was just like you. Like people was going outside the city, but then
Right.
I mean,
Beyond
then we
that.
gonna slide in the midst of that. It was like R.J. Lamont.
Right,
Yeah,
okay,
you
RJ
have
saying-
Meech too. You can't forget
Okay.
Meech.
Yeah,
man.
Meech. You heard
very
me.
true, but like you came and like dominated. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
So it's like, how do you feel like, you know what I'm saying, with people? Because you got like, you know, you got some sons. You know what I'm saying? How you feel like people trying to
Sons.
replicate us? Because y'all made
I
people.
tap in with all the new producers, bro. Like
Right.
I don't treat nobody less because somebody hotter or somebody
Right,
in the
yeah.
game longer. I ain't like that, bro.
That's how
If
you
you
should
hot,
be.
I'm rocking with you.
Right.
Period. I'm trying to work. So.
That's cool.
Okay.
It's like,
I like
It's crazy that people do look at it like that, though.
Yeah.
how do you feel like just making people step up? Like, cause you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just you took it to another level, bro. Like, I can't reiterate
right.
that enough. Like,
That's what's up. Shit. I mean,
I hear, damn,
we
John.
gonna
like,
keep going, so
much.
hopefully everybody go up, man. It's the city, bro.
Man.
We all really won. I don't know. We need to realize that.
Yeah, it just
You know what
come
I'm saying?
together. Yeah, I feel that for sure.
I just got a side
Hope
note.
everybody turn up. Shit.
Like, would you ever want to take your music to a different state, like move away from Detroit, or is Detroit just like somewhere? Look, manager,
I
like,
mean-
you can't go nowhere. He is not.
No, I'm not having it.
Man, we get a house in L.A. For what, man? For what?
He said he ain't having it.
Yeah.
Okay, I just was
You know how
curious,
that
you
go,
know.
though, man. You always got to branch out, but
Yeah.
almost on shit.
Okay, just curious. Okay, what is one of the things that inspire you to be greater or do better?
I got different people I looked up to in the music game, like Dre, people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Seeing them do that type of shit, you know. Yeah, that'll motivate a nigga to
You
really
trying to
like,
hit that Billy?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Good Billy, y'all. Hey, for
For
real.
sure.
I feel
They
that.
playing it right now. We need that.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay, I got another one. At this point, where do you see yourself in like the next 10 years?
Like Dre now.
Hey.
Like you just.
Straight to it.
No,
All
for
right.
real though. Like
Alright,
for
that
real.
makes sense though.
All right, I got so. Tell us about your relationship with E40, man, because I see, you know what I'm saying, interaction between y'all. What exactly is that relationship?
That's Big
like?
Unc, man. I'm tapped in with a few of his artists though. I don't know if y'all know about Cousin Fig, Choose.
O&B?
Yeah, they ain't O&B. They don't stick with it though.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? He a few of their artists, but we've been tapped in with them for years though.
Okay.
They always come down to Detroit, kick it with us.
Okay.
And we wind up clicking like that.
I feel like if you was to get link up and do some work with O&B Peasy though, that junk could be hard, bro.
Yeah, shit.
You
We gonna try to make
put that on the flow, man.
Yeah, we try to
Shout out O&B
speaking
Peasy, man.
into existence.
Yeah, man.
tap in his manager or something, try to make that happen for you.
Yeah.
So, we had Foolboy Marley here on the first episode, and we asked him, like, you know, how you feel, like, you know, with the city coming back, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of, in like 2012, a lot of people thought, like, okay, this our time, because you had Doughboys, they got signed.
Yeah.
Dusty had the big single, you know, Big Sean was, like, just dropping fire,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? But then, like, it seemed like when T got signed and our sound got more, like, global,
Right.
now it's, like, really our time. Because you, like, popping right now and you such a big figure in Detroit, do you feel like you partially responsible?
I mean, I'm gonna have to say, I most definitely for the production side. Hell yeah, facts. I mean, I've been producing for a minute now. All the people you talking about, damn near.
There's no question.
You know what I'm saying? On some of them tracks, so
So how long you been producing exactly?
like seriously taking it for real, probably like the last 15 years now, 10 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
But
you
taking it
seasoned.
serious, probably like the last almost 10 years now.
All right.
Like,
Yeah, you
Damn.
seasoned for sure.
Yeah.
hell yeah.
You've been in a minute.
Yeah, man.
I told you I was
Say,
playing with
that's
piano since I was.
That's why I be saying, man, it's a living legend. I understand, man. I got a little ear. You feel me? I got a slight ear, man.
You sure?
I can't remember. I'm positive. I can't remember the exact first song that I heard from John Boy, man. I think it was I want to say it was a Sada Baby song or something like that, man. But once I got hip, cause y'all did a song, man. I can't remember, but y'all know y'all shot it at Studio 17, the video.
I know. Yeah,
You know what I'm talking about?
I know. You talking about I know.
It was, yeah, it probably was I Know.
I know what you're talking about.
But I had put all my niggas on that, dog. I'm like, man, y'all gotta hear this, dog.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Ever since then, man, I'm like, yeah, it's over, man. But that's for sure.
So how long did it, like, take you to perfect your sound, man? Because it's like,
I'm still perfecting it. That's what's crazy.
man,
Really?
it ain't over.
Yeah, it's nowhere near over. We still perfecting it.
So
How do you get better? Like, what else could you do?
always can get better. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true, though.
You always, you can't never just settle for.
So
What's going on?
you trying to take it to like greater heights, or you just trying to like tighten up the sound that you already have?
I mean, that's already tightened up. That Detroit sound, that's like I said, that's naturally in me.
Okay.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But
So you trying to
man, I make all type of beats, bro. I ain't gonna lie. I don't just
okay.
make
So you
R&B shit. I
yeah.
make,
Oh, all right, bet.
you know what I'm saying?
So
That's
you-
what's up. I know that. I know y'all ain't know that. I know they ain't know that. Dog.
I just ain't tapped in with the R&B artists as much as I should.
Yeah.
But
All right.
we got some shit.
What
coming.
if I wanted to be an artist though? Like, what's the beat hitting for? Y'all know every
Oh,
time I be
man.
wanting to change
Oh,
my
man.
career path.
Last week she said
She was gonna be a rapper until
and then
she
until
gets
she
stabbed.
gets stabbed or
Nah,
she
I
gets
wanna be
Oh man.
Yeah.
We was talking about, who was we talking about?
Tekashi 69.
Yeah, we was talking about him
Oh,
getting
Yeah.
kidnapped and stuff.
She said that'll make her quit real quick. You know what I'm saying?
But no, what if I wanted to be an artist? Like, what's the beat hitting for?
It depends. Right about now, it's probably between 300 to 500
Okay. See,
on
man,
track.
look.
But I ain't
And
gonna
that's-
charge you that though, cause
man.
I rock with y'all. So.
Oh, you in charge?
Man.
I'm gonna charge you.
Good
I ain't
look,
said
man.
I said I ain't gonna charge you that.
She said,
Do
"It's
you
a
have
ticket."
to-
He said it's gonna be
Right,
solid.
It's a
but
ticket,
that's
right?
okay. Do you have to listen to a song though before, like,
I
you
don't
throw your
have to.
name on there, your tag?
I don't have to. You talking about to like make one for you?
No, I'm just saying like any artist. So say I came, I'm fresh out, about to start rapping or whatever. Do you want to listen to the, the actual
Sometimes
song?
I do. Sometimes I listen to some of his old, some of his
records
old
and
music
see what-
first, just to hear what he talking about before I even make the beat.
Okay.
But 9 times out of 10, I have selected beats already made. Just let you go through them. You gonna trust me. You gonna like something.
Okay.
More than one probably. I ain't gonna lie.
For real.
That's cool.
I like that you particular with how you give out your beats, man. Because, you know what I'm saying, you can't trust everybody with the good stuff. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
somebody could really trash your beats.
Yeah, I hear like this a John Boy beat. It's about to
Real
go
talk,
crazy.
man.
Songs be so lame.
Man,
For real.
swear to
So
God.
I mean, at this point, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years?
Getting the label together, trying to make sure everything runs smooth with that, making that money come through, making them kids, make sure they straight, make sure the family's straight. That's what it's really all about.
So-
That's what we're really doing it for.
So you got your own label?
Yeah, SB Nation, that's us.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, bet.
I got a few artists that's gonna jump off of that too. We got coming.
I'm telling you, I'm on my
Trey
way.
now. Come
So
on.
we gotta sign Relly B.
Yeah, hey, actually, my man, he do music, man. Well, currently he on a hiatus, man. But you know, he got bars.
You better get your connects while you
Look,
can.
listen. I'm taking in everything.
But that's what's up, though. That's what's up that you got that mind frame where you got your own little situation popping off. So
For sure.
A lot of people come in like trying to get cosigns or trying to just tag on to something. You know what I'm saying? So just to be smart enough and creative enough to have your own thing, especially being, you know, multi-talented.
that's really how you came in the game, though. You really came in the game, like you said something, man. Like niggas ain't sharing lanes. I had to make my own.
Yeah,
Type
yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Like, that's really how it was, though. Like when you came in, it was on you. Like you had the sauce, and you just was like, I got it. Y'all can come take a scoop, but I got it. You feel me? So
Yeah, because
You
like
gotta
I
have
said,
that
I told you,
confidence.
I wasn't really trying to rap. Like, remember I was telling you, I didn't really want to rap. I was just trying to make the beat, sit back.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? But
Okay.
once I started doing it, they started fucking with it. So
right.
I just kept dropping.
Right. So when it come to 25, like how did that come about? Like
You like that CD?
Yeah,
like it?
yeah. If you don't know right now, man, like I like all of them.
I almost ruined it.
How?
I tried to make him put the album out before
Oh,
he
man.
made the song Damn.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up.
Hold on, yeah,
Wow.
tell that story, man.
Look, the CD, right? Like when I be making music, bro, like he tell you I'm weird with my shit. Like I had like 15 songs. I have a whole project done, bro.
Right.
But if that project don't sound right to me, I'm not picking it up.
I feel you.
So I had it done. We was done. He was like,
man,
he was
they
on
need
my
it.
ass.
They need it.
They
Put
need
it out.
Yeah, real talk.
Then he came over to my house one night and he was like, I did the intro. Let me hear it, man. This shit better be good because we waited 2 weeks to drop it, and then I heard it like.
Which happened to be the biggest song on the
Right.
CD.
Yeah.
On the album.
Hey, but look, that was a hit. But to be honest, though, even without that, the project is still good.
Yeah, it's fire.
Yeah.
But I see what
that
y'all
was
saying,
it.
though. Yeah, that was
like,
it.
But I needed that though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
For sure.
Yeah, man. So when you got finished with 24, it seemed like it wasn't that to me. It just because I was rocking with the 24 for so long, it felt like, and it was good. It seemed like it wasn't too spaced out.
Yeah.
But like what gave you the inspiration to even come up with the 25 and just what I'm saying, the content on there.
Like I said, the concept really came from just the people telling me, like, you got to drop 25, you got to drop the next number. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep going. That's what they were telling me. So, of course, 25 was next. Ben Simmons, he one of my favorite players right now. So, we just kind of based that off of that and just went along with it.
Man,
Like,
you went crazy, man. It's like you got back-to-back bangers on there, man. You got the intro, and you got, after that, you got the, not Big Unk, but,
What's your favorite one on there?
man, honestly, man, it's a tie between Damn, Big Unk,
I think Big Unk my favorite.
and the song with Casher Kwan.
Oh, yeah. I got two of them. You talking about Uncle Elroy, though.
Uncle Elroy, yeah. So all of them, it's a tie between them.
Bro.
But
Yeah,
the whole
them
project,
the ones, too.
yeah, man, for real, dog.
Some of my favorites anyway.
For sure. Like Uncle Elroy, I ain't gonna lie, y'all was lit on that, dog. And then the video drop, who did the visuals?
Go Cloud did. My man's No Sleep Now.
Okay. Yeah.
Shout out to Cole.
Yeah, he fired.
Yeah,
That's what did my first shoot.
Yeah.
So, yep.
That's my dog.
That's what's up, man.
Man.
Chime in. Look, he's soaking it all up. Like, I like this.
Nah, listen.
You
Cause
about
it's
to be on the porch with the piano. Like,
Right. John
Don't
Boy
go on the
said,
porch.
look.
He's like, don't do it.
I was a kid. Don't do
You
it.
have to be on the porch.
No, it's just like, you know what I'm saying, this is like something that we've been talking about for so long. And it's just, I'm sitting back thinking like, dog, we really got John Boy sitting here. We got the pleasure of really interviewing.
I knew for a
It's
fact
just
once
something
we
work
started
on.
this that I had to contact y'all, bro. Like, I knew, like, man, this is somebody that needs to be, brought to the forefront. There's a lot of people, man, they hear your tag and they know you did the beat. They know a John Boy did the beat, but they don't really know you. You know what I'm saying? So this what they need, man. So now y'all know when y'all getting jiggy to that John Boy, this who it is, man. He come from, you know what I'm saying, where y'all come from, same situations, everything, man. Making beats on the porch, so I don't know who the other, you know what I'm saying, producer.
I was getting ready to say, I'm gonna keep it a bug. You the first person I heard say this shit like that. Like,
for real.
That means he was working hard though at a young age. That means he wanted it. A lot of people not hustling for it.
Yeah.
And that's why they ain't out there on the porch.
That's kind of like a movie story though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if so, like real talk, you say like 10 years from now, like you want to be leveled up and, you know what I'm saying, so far, but I'm saying, like, just imagine, like, if you was to sit back and tell your story, like, you tell people that. Like,
yeah, they probably won't believe me, shit.
Because that brings me to another point, too, man. I noticed you talk about your brother a lot in your music, too. Like, did he do music? Like,
No, he ain't do music, but that was, like, my biggest inspiration. That was, like, my biggest fan. Okay. He was, like, part of the reason I kept going back then. Okay. Because I wasn't thinking about no rap shit once upon a time. Mm-hmm. But it was certain songs I do, you know, you just play them to death. Yeah. Over and over and be like, that kept me going. Yeah,
he had the ear.
Yeah, he did, for sure.
That's what's up, man. So, what was his name?
Torny. His name was Torny.
Oh, yeah.
My little brother. Rest in peace.
Yeah, man. R.I.P. to him, man. Yeah. Inspiration for what y'all hearing now, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, like, at this point, I'm saying, I know you just said the inspiration, but at that point, if somebody gets you into something, and something, you know, it's a tragic situation, like, that could either, like, make or break you.
Yeah,
like, so, you know what I'm saying? It's that, like, fuel to the fire, like, I'm in this now.
Yeah, pretty much.
So it was just like, once that happened, you was just
made me just think different, period, bro. You know what I'm saying? Make you move different. Yeah. Everything, so.
Yeah, man.
I'm looking at these tattoos. How many you got?
I ain't really got a lot of tattoos.
Really?
I think I got like 11 tattoos. I ain't got that many.
11? That's a lot.
Nah, that ain't a lot.
He got that keyboard, man. He said she got that keyboard tatted on her.
Ooh. Was that your favorite one?
That ain't my favorite. You know what? It is my favorite one.
Okay. With the that's just a lot of what Detroit in the glove symbols.
Oh yeah, you got everything in the state lines, all that.
Did you go to state?
No, I ain't go to state.
But I know you probably took it. Went up there for a couple parties, though.
My cousin graduated with honors from state, though. So.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Tied in.
I know that's hard.
Right.
I'm ready to drop out of college as we speak.
Nah,
come on, honors.
Yeah, don't do that.
Eastern be on trash.
Yeah, finish that up.
So,
yeah, I was getting ready to say, man, before we, you know, get you up out of here and, you know, let you go about your day, because, you know, you're a busy man. We ain't trying to hold you
down.
down.
What doing on a Sunday? That's what I want to know.
I ain't gonna lie, we finna go find something to eat.
Hell yeah,
that sound like a plan, bro.
Y'all know y'all can hit.
I was just finna say,
down there.
Yeah, I ain't never
had everything. They got B-dubs down there.
What is called?
You was just talking about it. You probably gonna start over there.
Oh, B-dubs. I know B-dubs.
Mongolian, they got a lot of stuff down there. It's a nice day, too, so, you know, you mile down there. Yeah, they gonna be like they know who you is, you know what I'm saying? They see. So watch out, man. They gonna be all on you. But so what you got coming up, man?
Right now, I'm working. I got a couple artists I was telling you about. Mm-hmm. We getting their albums ready.
I seen something on Instagram today. What was it? I can't remember. I should have screenshot it.
That probably was me and RJ. Me and RJ got a mixtape coming out. Okay. Shout out to RJ Lamont too. That's my dog.
Yeah, shout out.
He got a mixtape coming out. Hood tapes. I'm hosting it.
Okay. I'm like, I seen something with your name.
Oh yeah, I'm dropping. I ain't stopping. We gonna keep this going for sure.
Yeah, keep dropping, dog, cause you consistent. You feel me?
And I got Legends and Lords coming in September too.
All right. What's the artist that you haven't worked with that you would want to though?
From the city?
Yeah. Anybody you could think of?
You like I don't work with everybody.
Probably like I'm probably say Dej.
Okay. Yep, she counts.
Yeah.
She can ride on the John Boy wave right quick on the
that'd be lit right there for sure. I gotta say Dej.
So Dej, if you watch, come on. You know what I'm saying? Get that cracking.
Right. What's your social accounts? Let them know.
I'm on Instagram at @damn_JohnBoy.
Okay.
Facebook, I ain't never on there really, but Facebook damn
Don't
John
nobody
Boy.
be on there.
But yeah, Instagram @damn_JohnBoy.
Okay.
And I don't even cuss, but I had to say damn John Boy. I do not cuss on social media or nothing.
Yeah, I can't even imagine you just bringing them in like, what's up, John Boy?
Right.
It's cool.
Because I told y'all, I'm really like, I would cuss, with all this stuff, but on social media, this podcast stuff, I do YouTube.
She got the clean image, a good clean image.
Right.
Mother Teresa.
Okay. I'm not going to do that.
Hey. All right. You mama of the group. It's all good.
Right.
So you hold us down. Keep
good looking out, man. Hey, y'all can come here whenever.
Yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all following through.
Whenever you got something dropping, let me know.
You know what I'm saying?
Good.
John Boy is now officially a part of the Unwrapped family.
Okay.
Thank you for having, for coming and sitting with us and letting the people know all about what you got going on.
Right.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me too, for real.
Yep.
All right, man. So it's been another episode of the Unwrapped Podcast. Yep.